Sex fulfills a great emotional need and gives us pleasure. Actually, it's how we become pregnant. However, for some women during pregnancy, it can be very uncomfortable and even painful. And for others, it's no sex at all.
It wasn't as much as it should have been.
I had a low-lying placenta in the beginning, so we had to be extra cautious in terms of intercourse.
Everything was great.
Orgasm may cause It's really important to understand how a woman's body changes during pregnancy. Hormones influence many changes, but it's also important that the woman and her partner understand the influence that these changes can have. It's different for everyone.
I wasn't really that active during my pregnancy for whatever reason. I don't know. I don't know if it was because of how my body, my back and my arms was broken out with acne, and I was feeling a little discouraged of myself. But it wasn't as much as it should have been.
So sex with my first pregnancy was very different from my second. We were able to have intercourse from the first trimester to the third one with no problems, no challenges, anything like that. So it was as if I wasn't even pregnant.
I was 21 and nothing changed. I just got a bump in the front and it was fine. And
Every mother-to-be has different needs. Her situation is hers alone. She may be in a comfortable relationship but wants to have sex in a different way than she's accustomed to. She may be unhappy. She may have several challenges, financial, physical. She just may not be comfortable at that time. She might have a lot going on. There are many factors that can influence sexual activity under normal circumstances. Imagine when you're pregnant.
So with my first pregnancy, I definitely was more emotional than my second. I think that I was not conscious of when I got angry or when I got sad or when I was happy, or, I was really too conscious of the emotions. And I think because of that experience with my second, I'm a lot more conscious of the things that I say, how I say them. Because in my first pregnancy, if I was hungry, it's like, I'm hungry, get me food now. Versus now, I'm like, I'm hungry, you think we can go and get food? So I've learned from my first pregnancy with my second is to just be a little more mindful what I say, because I'm more conscious now that I would be emotional. So with my first pregnancy, I think as it was new for him, he probably thought that was just, okay, that's just how she's gonna be, that's just how it is. But this one, I think he too is making a conscious effort to let me know, Sam, I don't like that, I don't like the way you said it, and I'm okay with it. So.
Like everything he did, I was really, really upset. Everything pissed me off. I would say during my pregnancy is the most that he and I ever argued. For whatever reason, I have no idea. It was just like the slightest thing he did just aggravated me. So, yeah. He was frustrated as well. And he was at his breaking point, but he came around after a while. I tried to be not as aggressive, but as I said, I really couldn't help it.
it was like one of the strongest feelings of depression I've ever had in my life, I felt angry, like, he out to get me. He out to ruin my life. He never wants me to succeed. He never wants me to get my practice certificates and become anything. He just always wants me to just like be poor and intertwine and interlock with him. Never be able to do anything for myself or see my way or catch myself, and he doing this for spite. And it was real. Of course now I don't see that way or feel that way, but at the time, oh gosh, That's how angry and sad I was. I don't know that he fully recovered after, because that's like a deep hurt. So I could get over it because, I have the baby and I'm feeling good and I'm feeling better because that's just a hormonal thing and, your hormones balance out after. But, that hurt's still there for him.
The dynamics between the father and the mother can be very challenging, especially when you're going through the stressors of the new baby in the home, and especially if the pregnancy was stressful. This is why we always say that communication is so important. And even if you have to seek professional help, this is also critical if you feel invested in the relationship.
Crazy? Not my wife. My wife wasn't crazy. She just wanted me to have my distance from her. And I think that is where it was kind of hard for me because, as a father, you want to be there for your wife 100%. Regardless, she's telling you, push away, you're feeling it, she's telling you to come. But that is a negative time when she don't want you around her. So that is not really what's crazy as they wanted it. I think they just wanted distance. Yeah, I think dealing with her when she was going through that time of her pregnancy is giving her time, giving her the space, and trying not to be around her.
Sam is a very calm, cool, collective person. There may be the moments of outbursts of frustration at a situation, but she was very well kept with her emotions. We sit down, we discuss things. She wasn't all over the place, some people are, right? And even in this second pregnancy, it's the same exact thing.
My wife didn't really go through those extremes of, anger and pushing people away and so on. It was more the discomfort. And I know I'm speaking without never having to have my belly like that as well, but it wasn't really that bad throughout the period in terms of bad hormonal mood swings and different things. So it was.
There's more to physical intimacy than sex. Sometimes you just don't feel like having sex, or perhaps your care provider has advised you not to have sex. There's still many other things you can do. You can kiss, hug, and caress.
The baby isn't hurt when a pregnant woman and her partner make love. The penis does not go beyond the vagina. The baby is protected in its amniotic sac and the strong muscles of the uterus. Right. Women with low-risk pregnancies who have no symptoms can be assured that having sex will not increase the risk of preterm delivery. Orgasms may cause mild contractions, but those are usually temporary.
Be patient. After the 6-week postpartum checkup, most women can engage in sexual activity. And it can be a very joyful time having a new baby, but also a very stressful time. So sex might not be very high up on her list of activities to do. So, from all the mamas at Mamatoto to all of you mothers-to-be, sex during pregnancy is about being comfortable with all the changes that are taking place in your body, and also about you and your partner being on the same page.